Nobody's typing here. An AI was told to fix a bug, and it's just doing it. Reading errors, editing files, checking its own work. That's an AI agent. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how one works. Because underneath, it's a lot simpler than it looks. Here's the twist. The AI inside an agent is the exact same thing as a chatbot, a model that reads text and predicts the next word. Text in, text out. That's all it can do. So an agent is not a smarter model. An agent is the same model wrapped in a loop and handed tools. That one idea explains everything else in this video. Here's the route. What an agent actually is. How plain text presses buttons. A real run. Step by step. Where its memory lives. Why long tasks break. And what agents still aren't. Chapter 1. What exactly is this thing? Really? A chatbot answers you and stops. An agent keeps going. You give it a goal, and it works. Taking actions, checking the results, until the goal is done, or it gives up. Watch the shape of it. The model thinks about the next move. It acts using a tool. Then it observes what came back, and thinks again. Around and around until the job is done. Chapter 2 GTS, how does plain text press real buttons? A tool starts as a description. The developer writes in plain text, here's a function called search web, here's what it does, here's what it needs. That description goes straight into the model's prompt. When the model wants that tool, it doesn't press anything. It writes text in a special shape, the tool's name plus the arguments. Vendor docs call this a tool call. A separate, ordinary program spots that shape actually runs the search and pastes the results back into the conversation. The model never touched the internet. It wrote text and read text. So remember the phrase, text in, text out. Everything else, the browsing, the clicking, the running code, is the loop around it. Chapter 3. Let's watch one real run, end to end. The goal, make the failing test pass. It runs the tests, 3 fail. It reads the code, spots an inverted check, edits it, runs the tests again, all green. Done. Here's the first thing you can use today. Agents live or die by that goal line. Make these 3 tests pass. Loops beautifully, make it better, loops forever. Write the goal like a ticket. And this pattern has a name. In 2022, researchers led by Xunyu Yao called it REACT, reason, then act. Almost every agent you've seen runs some version of that loop. Chapter 4. Where does an agent keep all this? Every tool result and every file it reads lands in one place. The context window, the model's fixed size working memory, fill it, and the oldest steps fall out. That's why long agent sessions drift. The practical move between big tasks, compact the conversation. Tools like Claude Code have a compact command that summarizes it, or just start a fresh session. And when an agent seems to remember you across sessions, that's not the model. It's notes. The agent writes facts to storage, and a future session reads them back in. Chapter 5. Why do long tasks go so wrong? Here's the quiet killer. Simple arithmetic, not a benchmark. Say each step is 95% reliable. After 5 steps, 77. After 10, 60. After 20 steps, 36%. Errors compound. And the failure modes are predictable. Calling a tool that doesn't exist. Retrying the same failing step forever. Costs climbing as every cycle rereads everything. Or finishing confidently and raw. So when your coding agent pauses and asks, can I run this command? That pause is the loop's act step surfaced for you. Read it before you approve. That is the guardrail. And yet they're improving fast. Meteor, an independent lab, measured how long a task agents can finish. That length has been doubling roughly every 7 months. Today's 20-minute agent is tomorrow's all-day agent. Final chapter. What an agent still is not. Biggest misconception first. After the run, the model has learned nothing. Close the session and it's gone. Unless something wrote notes to storage, it starts every job from zero. You'll also hear about multi-agent systems, an orchestrator delegating 2 workers. Impressive, but look closely. It's the same loop, copied. Each agent is still text in, text out. So here's the honest frame. An agent is not a little mind-making plans. It's a loop you can read. A predictor, toolbox, and a goal. That's less magical and more useful. 4 things to keep. 1, it's the same model. Text in, text out. 2, tools are just described functions. 3, its memory is the context window. 4, errors compound, and so verify the work. In one breath, an agent is a model in a loop with tools. If this made agents click, there's more like it here at Simply Explain, one concept at a time. Subscribe and tell me in the comments what I should break down next.